presents 462 billion naira 2015 budget proposals for consideration by the House of Assembly. Caucus of People's Democratic Party zones key political positions among 3 senatorial districts of the state. Wife of the state governor extols spiritual qualities of Bishop Ega and her husband as they mark their birthdays. And Akwa Ibom State Retirees Initiative inaugurated. Details shortly. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I guess you had a good night rest. Welcome to Channel 45 News at dawn. I am Akaniyene Ukwan. Governor Godswill Akpabio has presented the state's 2015 budget proposal to the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, christened Budget of Actualization and Continuity. The budget proposals has a total outlay of 462 billion naira. The breakdown shows that recurrent expenditure will go up 94.74 billion naira, while 253 billion naira is earmarked for capital expenditure. 114 billion is set aside for consolidated revenue charges. The governor informed the House of Assembly that the 2015 budget proposal is based on oil benchmark of 55 United States dollars per barrel at a production rate of 1.5 million barrels per day.
Billion was realized.
The caucus of the People's Democratic Party in the state has zoned all the key political positions in the state to the 3 senatorial districts of the state. The party caucus, in a meeting attended by the statutory members, said Eket Senatorial District would produce the governor, deputy speaker, and deputy whip of the House of Assembly, and the party secretary. The positions of Deputy Governor, Leader and Chief Whip of the House of Assembly, as well as the Deputy Party Chairman, are for Ikot Senatorial District. Uyo Senatorial District will produce Speaker, Deputy Leader of the House of Assembly, Party Chairman, and the Minister of the Federal Republic. A statement signed by the State Chairman of the party, Obong Folekbo, hinted that the caucus also authorized the Party Chairman in consultation with relevant persons to appoint and constitute members into Party Central Planning Committee and other organs of Campaign Committee. He said the caucus also unanimously adopted and ratified the Tuwe Kongedongas as the Director General of the campaign organization of Ms. Udom Emmanuel. The State Governor, Mrs. Ekaete Unoama Akpabio, has commended the spiritual contributions of the founder of the New Birth Bible Church, Uyo, Bishop Josephine Ega, and her husband, Apostle Gideon Ega, to the moral growth of the society. Mrs. Akpabio was speaking at the 60th and 50th birthday celebration of Apostle Gideon and Bishop Josephine Ega, which was held at the New Birth Bible Church, Uyo. The event was attended by the who is who across the state. The story is here presented.
Those songs set the tone for the birthday celebration of Apostle and Bishop Josephine Ega. Speaking at the occasion, Mrs. Akpabio noted specifically that Bishop Ega has been a blessing to the state and the administration of Chief Godswill Akpabio since inception, pointing out that her continued prayers with other clerics are instrumental to the achievements recorded in the state. While appreciating the couple for their dedication to God's vineyard, the governor's wife called on other clergy and individuals to take a cue from them. Mrs. Akpabio prayed God to continue to guide and direct Apostle and Bishop Ega, as well as bless them with more fruitful years.
You are my strength. I want you to know that. And God will continue to bless you. Bless the work of your hands. May God bless your children. Aban, Udo, and bless the church.
In their goodwill messages, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Elder Samuel Ikon, member representing Surubium in the State House of Assembly, Barrister Nofiok Luke, the NUJ, the Chairman of Esrek Catholic Government Area, and others appreciated Apostle Gideon and Bishop Josephine Ega for their steadfastness to God's work. They prayed God to continue to sustain them and their family.
My prayer today is that this love, that this blessing that God has shown to this family will also come to this state.
So it's important that we continue to support and stand by this great mother of ours. Before I met this wonderful woman of God, there was a time I never knew where my next meal is going to come from.
Responding, Bishop Josephine Ega appreciated Mrs. Akpabio and all who came to honor them on the occasion. Bishop Ega said the good works in the state are evident in the lives of many, including the widows, the less privileged, and orphans, describing the governor and his wife as God sent to Akwa Ibom State.
I called you to tell you, if you are today is a day that people are saying you won't make it, stand still. Thank you so very much to the bishops and everybody. May God that brought you here take you back safely.
The celebration featured presentation of award to Bishop Ega by the governor's wife, cutting of the 60th and 50th birthday of the Egas, auditions by songsters, gifts to the celebrators, and launching of a Bishop Josephine Ega.
Victorious! Then I knew that you were just going to be excellent at 50. Congratulations.
The Commissioner for Lands and Town Planning, Obong Enokban, has doled out 1 million Naira's bursary award for Okanafon students studying in tertiary institutions in the country. Obong Enokban, who also made other donations, announced this at a get-together he hosted for the people of Okanafon at his country home, Ikoro Dombang. The report is here presented.
The Commissioner also announced 1 million Naira for Northern Afar Women Cooperative Society, 500,000 Naira for Okanafon People's Assembly Multipurpose Cooperative Society, 300,000 Naira for the disabled, and 150 bags of rice to groups and organizations. Obong Enokban, who said the get-together was part of his yearly ritual of dining and wining with his people as an opportunity to reference God for his grace and protection, will continue even after his leaving office as a public servant. He lauded the people of the area for supporting Chief Godswill Akpabio throughout his tenure as governor and nominating him as the senatorial candidate for Ikoro Ekpene Senatorial District in 2015, as well as Mr. Udom Emmanuel as the PDP gubernatorial candidate for the 2015 polls.
My system of empowerment is different from others because they don't have the key and they don't know. On the strength of this, on Monday, the 29th day of December 2014, in Northern Women Cooperative Society will have daily in their account to the tune of 1 million Naira.
The chairman on the occasion and president of Akwa Isong Afarabong, Gelfin Udo Wuren, lauded Obong Okpan for his magnanimity and kind-heartedness and called on other political office holders to emulate the commissioner. Obong Udo Wuren thanked Governor Akpabio for being a listening governor and for helping to maintain zoning, which consolidated the peace in Ukanafon local government area.
Anam empowerment area. In fact, akpere for Kauda provided a Fukurenye Gufa. I don't know which I am. So, we talk about Kanafoni Uyo and akpere transport.
In his exhortation, the Methodist Bishop of Nkegabak, Right Reverend Hussein Akpanenwa, charged political office holders to reference God in all their dealings, as he is the author and finisher of the affair. Reverend Akpanenwa appreciated Akpabio for appointing the commissioner into his cabinet, describing him as humane, charitable, progressive-minded, and he poured blessings on the commissioner, members of his family, Ukanafon, the state and country at large. Highlights of the ceremony were carol renditions by church groups, displays by local artists, ballads, demonstration by brass band, dancing, drinking, and feeding.
Retired persons in the public and private sectors under the umbrella of the Akwa Ibom State Retirees Initiative have expressed their satisfaction with the activities of the present administration in the state, headed by Governor Godswill Akpabio. They have also pledged their support and commitment to the progress and development of the state. The national president of the group, Eldan Tiedema, stated this at the inauguration of the initiative. Florence Umotu was at the Judiciary Hall venue of the event, but the story is here presented.
Tiedema enumerated the various development strides of the Godswill Akpabio-led administration, which he said has put the state in the spotlight in the country and beyond. He commended the governor for the regular payment of pensions and urged for the hastening of the completion work by the committee set up to harmonize pensions for quick implementation. The national president also saluted the state government effort at ensuring the implementation of the payment of gratuity and other entitlements to primary school and local government employees in the state, and called for the creation of the Bureau for Elderly Matters, as well as the appointment of a senior special assistant to the governor on elderly matters. He revealed plans by the organization to produce a radio and TV program captioned The Elders' Viewpoints, and a summit in 2015 with the theme Grassroots Elders in the Uncommon Transformation Agenda.
The initiative aims at mobilizing, sensitizing, and digitalizing retired personnel to share their real impression that retirement is the end of life, and so be encouraged to come out on their share of the shares socially, economically, spiritually, and politically, to contribute their quota to state and nation building.
Sir Valentine Attack, who chaired the event, described retirees as a strong link between the people and the government and urged them to quiet themselves gainfully to make integrity their watchword. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works, Dr. Ifreke Ekpa, said the theme of the event, Retirees and the Foundation of Legacy, is not only apt but necessary. He said that the retirement age means the zenith of wisdom and a time for discovering new frontiers of living, especially
life, but the beginning of another phase in life, and must be maximized for the good of humanity. It therefore becomes apt and necessary to explore on the theme of this convocation.
Special guest of honor, Mr. Udomi Emmanuel, represented by the international president of the Akwa Ibom Consolation Alliance, aka Pastor Andrew Wanta, urged the retirees not to relent in impacting positively on society.
For having taken that bold stand, to have identified and keep in on time. This is one of the best organized group I have ever seen.
High point of the event included the swearing in of the pioneer executive by retired Justice Andrew Kun and the launching of the 2015 Almanac.
Amecom Global Service Limited, a leading trading company in Akwa Ibom State, has indicated its intention to expand its business in the coming year. The managing director of the company, Dr. Marcel Afomata, gave the indication during the end-of-year get-together organized to appreciate staff during the 2014 business year. The report is here presented.
Dr. said that Amecom Global Services Limited has enjoyed the goodwill of the people over the years and thanked the government for creating a good business climate for businesses to thrive. He commended the staff for their loyalty and belief in the company, saying that hard-working personnel will continue to be encouraged by Amecom Global Services Limited. The chairman of the Akwa Ibom State Hospitals Management Board, Dr. Valentine Atta, who was a special guest at the occasion, acknowledged the contributions of Amecom Global Services Limited to the economy of the state. Dr. Atta advised the company to keep the spirit and continue to offer genuine services and employment of the state. High points of the event, which lasted 3 days, were presentation of awards and prizes to deserving staff, cutting of group birthday cake, as well as crowning of Mr. and Miss Amecom Global Services Limited. It also featured excursion to the Lord Logard's Amalgamation House by staff of the company and a Thanksgiving service at St. Peter's Catholic Church, town campus of the University of Uyo.
In case you're just joining us, it's Channel 45 News at dawn. We now take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. A celebration time, a joy season. It's a Christmas time, and you don't wanna be left out in this Christmas celebration. That's why we're wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Compliments of the season from the board, management and staff of Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation.
Jingle bells, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
So good to have you back. Concern as a sports and recreation outfit in Uyo has staged a number of activities marking the end of year 2014, which culminated in the installing of veteran football coach Philip Nyema as the patron of the club. The patronship award to Coach Nyema, held at Judiciary Multipurpose Hall in Uyo, featured presentation of an award to Super Eagles goalkeeper Vincent Nyema and the managing director of furniture company Mr. John Nta. All were past leaders of the club who have labored to sustain the club over the years. The Emperor of Consolidated All-Stars, Mr. Yesterday Komekbo, said the end-of-year activity was meant to celebrate the contributions of the awardees to football development and provide an opportunity for members to relax with their families.
It came to our notice that a man who is still alive, who has sacrificed everything, who had been at the forefront of football development in this country, a man who has coached so many club sides, a man, a philanthropist who has been useful to many of us. So we thought it wise to come together and tell the man, thank you in your lifetime.
The chairman on the occasion, Mr. Wembob, extolled Coach Enyema for all he has done over the years to groom footballers who, according to him, have excelled at various levels of the sport.
It is a very, very good initiative by All Stars to honor a man that has done so much in the area of sport. He has trained so many. Some of them are international stars today. Some of them have even retired from football, active football, and other sports.
One of the footballers who played under the veteran coach, Mr. Dan Edo, popularly called Cameroon, went back memory lane as he recapped some of the coaching exploits of Mr. Enyema, noting that he was one of the starter Calabar Rovers Football Club. During the party, the football kits were presented to individuals and teams by Mr. Brendan Enyema on behalf of the Enyema Foundation, a support outfit floated by the Nigerian goalkeeper Vincent Enyema. Prior to the get-together, members of the Consolidated All-Stars had played matches among themselves and also engaged other football veterans who were once under the tutelage of Coach Philip Enyema. A minister's house built by a retired permanent secretary, Elder Odokpan Okwang, has been dedicated and formally handed over to the Methodist Church Nigeria, Ikoratara, Ete Sekit, in Ikorabasi Diocese. The ceremony was performed by the Bishop of Ikorabasi Diocese of the Methodist Church Nigeria, retired Reverend Edith Otoroto. Bishop Otoroto also dedicated another religious outfit named Family Memorial Chapel, also built by Elder Okwang in his compound for prayers, meetings, and symposia, to honor God for giving him a good wife, whose Thanksgiving service was the climax of the occasion. Mrs. Udrak Udo Okwang, a retired college vice principal and an elder of the Methodist Church Nigeria, died a year ago at the age of 63. Preaching on a sermon during the Thanksgiving service, Reverend Edith Otoroto urged Christians to try to engage in things that would always please God, so that God could remember them in times of tribulations. Drawing his sermon from the 2 Kings chapter 20 verse 3, Bishop Otoroto recalled that God remembered Hezekiah because of his good deeds and consequently prolonged his life. He commended Elder Okwang for building the manse for the servants of God and prayed that God should add more years to him.
So I'm going to put in on here. Over any kid to get out. I'm my own for her. I even 2 years come. I even come of us. Guess I was Yanamano.
In his response, Elder Okwang said he decided to build a minister's house to appreciate God who gave him a committed wife and a good companion. He attributed his early achievements to his late wife, who, according to him, was a counselor, hard-working, respectful, and a woman of God.
Because she was talking about the man's the women's story that almost all many from the one side on the police and
The occasion attracted people from all walks of life, including Chief Francis Ikbe, Chief Sam Edegedwok, Dr. Cosmos Udoford, Obong Edemakpanyang, Dr. Ebong Akpabio, Deaconess Imete, Mr. Patrick Umor, Barrister Sylvester Udoiwuk, and Obong Ekanyang, all retired permanent secretaries and friends of Obong Udokwang. People from all walks of life, including members of the Apostolic Faith Church and staff of AKBC, gathered at Azugedina village in Ikona local government area to pay their last respects to Madam Afiong Okunudo. The deceased was a mother to Mr. Albert Udo of the Security Unit, AKBC. In a funeral service conducted by the Apostolic Faith Church Ikodengwang Ikodekbene, Pastor Idorin Udom urged Christians to live transparent lives with one another. Describing late Madam Afiong Udo as a woman of integrity who would be greatly missed by all, Pastor Udom reminded Christians that there will be judgment after death hence the need for them to give their lives to Christ to have salvation.
Jesus, I will go anymore. Jesus said I will be in my iron maybe. Open my gate, Jesus. I will come once again anymore.
Condolence messages presented at the service noted the peaceful dispositions of late Madam Afyong and urged the bereaved family to be consoled by the fact that the deceased lived a fulfilled life.
Your mother was a devout Christian and a staunch member of Apostolic Faith Church who served God with diligence. She will be remembered for her selfless services and kindness to all who came her way.
Speaking on behalf of the bereaved family, the son, Mr. Albert Udor, thanked members of the Apostolic Faith Church, staff of AKBC, friends and others who came to bid his departed mother a final farewell.
My mother was a gift to me. She was God sent mother to me. In this case, as the honor, being the creator, happened to take her back, is a pleasure.
The body of Madam Afyong Udor was later buried in her compound, Osuwediana. You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45Uyo or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45 to end the news and look at the top stories. The caucus of the People's Democratic Party has zoned key political positions among the 3 senatorial districts of the state. We also brought you a report that Akwa Ibom State Initiative has been inaugurated. That's a package. Remember, today is the last day of 2018. And so as you bask in the euphoria of this day, do it with some sense of decorum. Serving you in 2014, let's do it again in 2015. Have a beautiful 2015 ahead. Good morning.
Celebration time, a joy season, it's a Christmas time, and you don't want to be left out in this Christmas celebration. That's why we're wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Compliments of the season from the board, management and staff of Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Oh, you bring hope to the hopeless and light to those in the darkness and death to life. Now I'm
Nobody shall take your place.